Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. So listen, it's beautiful this morning. I feel really, really, really good. I did my affirmations and I've been just doing some work, been doing some reading, and so just getting it in. So Thursday morning, a lot is going on. I'm super fired up about. In the meantime, in between time, I thought let's go ahead and get into this conversation because, sorry, Facebook. There we go. Fix my Facebook camera because they just looking like they can't see. I think this is a wonderful topic that I like to talk about all the time, because we're always talking about something. We're always talking, right? And just being sure that we're talking about the right stuff, right? And using the formula, right? There's a formula to up leveling. It happens at every level of your life. Like the same things that I did when I was sleeping on the floor to get me from sleeping on the floor to not sleeping on the floor is the same things I did to move out and finally start making the money I wanted. And then when I wanted to up level that and, live across the street from the beach and like level of my life and the things that I want to do, just my goal. Simple. It's your goals. I think about how every time I was going to up level again, I got scared. And then once I do what I was scared to do, you look back and you go, you did it. Duh. You can do it, right? So then there's a new thing in your life. It's the same process, different story, but same process. What did you do to win the last battle, right? Literally, I ask and I'm clear. When I'm not clear, I don't get results. So here's the lesson, guys. You must ask and be careful what you're speaking about. And I'm talking about this all the time because I really believe, and I really look back over my life and I'm like, I remember when I was so afraid to live in a high rise. Like, I thought that was just, years and years away, right? And I thought it was just this big deal and big to do. And I had it on my Pinterest board for the longest, which is like a digital vision board for me. That's how I use Pinterest. And I always went one day. And so you know why it never happened? Because I always said one day. When I decided, here we go, one of my favorite words, decisions. When I decided that was how I wanted to live and that was the thing that I was about to conquer. And really, I like challenges. I felt like because I kept giving it a one day thing and I felt like it was only for a certain type of person, it felt like something that was foreign to me. For whatever reason, it's so simple. It's just a freaking apartment, right? When I decided, I began mapping it out. When I spoke it into existence, I remember writing it out. I remember writing out how much it was going to cost me to live there. I remember picking the one. My sister was with me. We were just riding by a place that was barely being built. And I literally rode by and was like, I'm going to live there. And she just was like, okay. And it was funny because then when I sent her the picture, like, boom, I live. And she was like, what? You said you would. But it was until I decided that was going to happen. And then I wrote out how it could happen. And I didn't go to, I don't have this. I went, okay, God, that's what I want. Here's how it's going to happen. Here's the plan. If you with it, let it flow with ease. Let it not be confusion. I asked. I believed that it was possible. Now, a lot of times, a lot of people don't believe in themselves. I get that question a lot. How do you build confidence? I'm getting older, so I'm confused. I don't believe in myself anymore because life happens. And then we start giving ourselves these fake limitations. But believing, y'all, is actually easier than you thought. Think about something that you want to do. How about this? I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to develop belief. Give me something in the comments that you want to do. Like that is not a one day. Well, it could be a one day goal because that could be where it is for you right now. But I like that. Let it flow with ease. Yes. If it's confusion and it's like, it's just a no. It's time to move on. Matter of fact, something just came to my mind and that was my answer. Funny how that works. For a situation that I've been pondering. Okay. Writing a book. Boom. Thank you for that. Somebody just put writing a book. That's something that they want to do. Now, what happens is when we're superhuman, and that means you're just regular, like our brain is always trying to protect us from harm and hurt and embarrassment and failure and shame and guilt. And so our brain is always trying to keep us basic because that way it's just safer to be basic. Y'all, I was chilly this morning, so I got my robe on. And I've been out here all morning since 7 o'clock. But writing a book always seems foreign when you have it on your one-day list. Convertible BMW. That was one of mine. I love that. That was one of mine. So, and writing a book. I always said one day. I actually remember before I moved to California 5 years ago, I had a thing in my little study room. I had a saying on my board that said, I will write a book, one day or whatever. And I had the name of the book and everything, but I never put any energy to it because in my mind, I put that 10 years down the road, right? Here's how I get belief for things, really. And I noticed that I only do this for if I really want something. I just look at other people that have already done it. It's so simple. Isn't that crazy? Motivational speaking, easy. I mean, what I do every day on Facebook is I think we need to, first of all, take these boxes off of ourselves, right? But that's another subject for another day. Because you can be a motivational speaker today by starting just start speaking and motivating, and then let it turn into what it turns into. Keep your eyes peeled for moments when you're supposed to be monetizing and moments when you're just supposed to be doing non-monetary things like this. This is a non-monetary thing, but it adds so much value to you, to myself. And it is the thing that is just a type of exchange that is necessary, right? So writing a book. I didn't believe I can write a book because the belief in my mind was that was for the Oprahs and the people who are popular and the people who is whatever, right? And it was until I challenged, well, who is like me that have done it? Then all of a sudden, the opportunity to write a book came about, and boom, I have a book on Amazon, #1 best-selling author called The CEO Stylist. I didn't have to wait until I get a New York Times bestseller. I didn't have to do right? I just had to change the way I was viewing the book. I thought I had to be a certain status, a certain popularity, and I just saw that for when I make it. When I actually don't believe you arrive. When you arrive, I'm dead. I'm going to be in a casket, arriving at the funeral. That's my arrival date, right? We're all working against the clock for that arrival date to get out everything that's inside of us. And so my point is this. It's not hard to write a book. Someone said get a convertible. Not hard. I wanted a convertible. First thing I got was a Jeep. And then when I started learning about finances in even more detail, I realized that I was paying too much. So I sold the Jeep back to the car company. I rode a bike for a year. Hello. Literally rode a bike for a year and cleared up some stuff, worked on my credit, walked into the BMW dealership. Literally, they just gave me any car I wanted and was like, we'll call you when we get you the best payment. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Right? And for what I was paying for my Jeep, it's 3 times. My Jeep was 3 times for the payment that I paid every month. Easy. It was on auto draft. I paid it every month. So I didn't think nothing of it. Between my Jeep payment and my insurance payment, I'm paying somebody rent. Got the Beamer. Literally, actually, it's 4 times when I really think about it. Hell, I can go get 2 and still be coming out better than with the Jeep. So it was until I put everything on paper. And so there's a scripture that says, ask about it, believe it. Let me figure out what the scripture is. So y'all know I'll be misquoting stuff. Did you self-publish or did you go through a publisher? So it's self-published. I use the company called Kid Marketing. You can look her up on, which I highly recommend. So easy. She has 400 #1 best-selling authors that she's produced. Bomb. And it was until I got the information that creates belief is my point. What do you want? Ask for it. Matthew 7:7. All right, now you better give it to me. No, so the one that I'm talking about, which it could be, I don't know, Matthew. So Mark 11:24 says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. So, and I think there's so much to that. Maybe we should spend the next couple of days talking about that. When you ask for something, it says, believe that you have received it. So it's like, to me, that's telling me, go ahead and start the process. So like before I received the anything, you can just take the car, for example. Somebody put a convertible BMW. Before I received it, I was like, even when I rode my bike, I knew that I was going to have a fabulous my next car. I was upgrading. I was like, I want something fabulous. And so what I did before I even knew any of the details was I went with my friend and we started test driving cars. I looked at what I'm supposed to have my credit at, blah, blah, blah. Like that's believing. I'm preparing. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like writing a book seems unattainable until you research all the different ways that people write books and literally have a successful life, because the book is a business card. It's a fancy business card, period, point blank. So you prepare for it. If you want to write a book, are you writing a blog right now? Because I think that writing a blog and writing a newsletter to your email list is very much a good skill to your book writing skills. Okay. When it was time for me to write my book, it wasn't hard for me to edit. It wasn't hard for me to support Kid Marketing and what they do, because I write all the time. Right. So if you feel like, and I wasn't trying to be prolific. I send out emails every time with typos. I don't care, because I'm just like, get it out. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Get stuff done. And for those of you who are saying like, I want to be a public speaker. Well, I speak every single day. I have thousands of videos on the internet. And so by the time I get on the stage, I'm not trying to be someone that I need to be, because I do this. I live this. So I don't have to, the stage is, what's the difference from this and my stage? I can actually see y'all. That's the difference. And the energy of people in the room is completely different. But in general, what I'm going to say, I live this. So I don't have to like try to make it be something. KIDD. I have you saved under motivation. You always give us good info. Joining Short Hair Bootcamp today. Welcome, boo. I was up waiting on my tea from you. I love it. Good morning, everyone. I love it. I love it. Good morning, guys. So the moral of the story is, Marcia says, I work with Kid Marketing. Oh, cool. Somebody go to my Facebook. Somebody from Kid Marketing is on. Tell Kathy Keisha sent you. I love Kathy. Teach hair classes. That's not hard. Okay, so somebody says they want to teach hair classes. Your belief is there someone else doing what you do? That would be me, right? It's not hard. And so what's interesting is that we are so adulting in this life that you forget that remember when you was a kid and somebody said you couldn't, I'm the type of kid, I'm a Scorpio. You tell me what I can't do, I'm going after you with a vengeance, period, point blank. I really be chilling. Somebody come for me, I'm going ham, period, right? And it's the same like with things that I want to do. Like I just go, look, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. So I started teaching classes after I had paid for a whole bunch of classes, and it was like ghetto. I thought they were giving such a ghetto rendition and leaving stuff out on purpose, trying to nickel and dime every little thing, when at the end of the day, what the things that was nickel and dime should have been included in that one class. I was like, that's not fair. I have a heart for people. So I was like, and I know I could do this, and I'm not going to be watching people saying, oh, I could do what they could do. I don't want to be that person. So now I got to put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. So I got belief because I saw it being done. I knew that I could do it better. I knew that whatever I can do better. And I ain't really trying to be better than those people, but it's like, I know I do a wonderful job. I get a consistent result. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never try to, I just knew that what I was doing, people were still trying to figure out. For example, with short hair, you talk about years of doing only like bomb short hair, like happy clients. So don't you think somebody wants to know how to only do short hair and how to have happy clients and how to do short hair and have consistency, right? So boom, there's my belief. Now that I believe I can, there are examples that I can. Let me prepare for that. Well, what does that look like? Maybe you need to take some teaching classes, right? And I'm not talking about going to get your instructor license from beauty school. I'm talking about, which that's cool. I ain't knocking that. I'm talking about understanding how to communicate with people. If you have people skills, you're going to have issues while you're teaching because you can't be emotional while you're teaching people and you're guiding people. Also, if you're a teacher, you want people to actually get results from your classes. So you actually have to know structures and systems and procedures in order for people to get results, or you're not going to have repeat customers. Most of the people that buy my online classes are repeat customers. Why? Because I actually know the psychological process behind teaching, the systematic process to teaching, because I study this stuff. So you have to be willing to get outside of your box and pull from other different areas and industries in order to bring it into your world and create the vision that's in your head. The belief comes from knowledge, and understand that knowledge and then apply it. That makes you a wise person. You can do anything. And when you ask, you should believe that it's already done. And then while you ask, believe, prepare to receive, your daily stuff should align with whatever you ask for. How you praying for God for you to, like, I don't know, whatever. Lord, I want to really lose this weight. But you always say we want, they're going to be like this. I don't want to one day do this. I want it now. Okay. So even though I'm not going to have it today and tomorrow, right? I'm going to align with that thing. That's called alignment. Are you walking in alignment for what you're asking, believing that you receive? Scripture says, Mark 11:24. It says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it. So in order to get things, you have to believe. And so this really is a conversation of how do you create belief? How do you create that belief? For me, I just look for proof. Is there evidence that I can do this? Pay off my car in 2 years. Well, we know that's evidence. So here's what I did when I wanted to pay my car off. Here's what's funny. And here's the moral of the story. This is the perfect answer. So thank you for who typed that. Thank you, Tiny. Perfect. So when I got my car, I looked at the car total and I broke up the payments and was like, this is how I'm going to double up. Here's how I looked at the payments, and I was like, okay, there are 40 payments of whatever the price. I'm just giving an example because I don't remember the exact price for my Jeep. So I looked at the payments and I said, here are 40. I literally drew 40 squares. And every chance I got, I was paying, marking off those squares. And then as I'm doing that, that's my fast track payoff plan. Any extra stuff I can pay off. But what happened was, now that my mind is geared to paying off this car, I start reading about all these things and I landed on Dave Ramsey again. And it wasn't by happen. It was because my mind, the back of your mind, the part that you ain't paying attention to, will start bringing your reality closer. It'll start bringing everything into the now when you are clear as heck on what you want. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need clarity. Ask God for it. Lord, I really want to pay off my car. Okay. Now get clarity on what that looks like. For me, I'm very visual. So I literally got a piece of paper. I'm such a nerd. I have these little, if I go in the house right now, y'all, I'll show you. I have those, you know, those white pieces of big old sticky notes you can put on like the size of this window. I had that little paper on the wall and I just drew the squares, and each square represented a car note, and it became a game. I love making things that are complicated a game. If you ever took one of my classes, you know I love simplicity. What's a simple way to explain stuff, right? For me, it was the squares. So I made the squares and I said, okay, every square I fill in. So that also gives me motivation, because if not, it's going to seem like it's forever. I need to see the picture of the squares becoming full, right? And so my mind was so clear that I wanted to pay that car off that I just became obsessed with, like, I started going to financial classes. Oh, my client told me, she was like, come to this class. And being in that Dave Ramsey class was good, but I was taking finance classes online, looking at YouTube teachers teach finance, reading books. I was like, man, I need to understand this stuff, right? And it's overwhelming. And I said, let me stop saying that it's overwhelming. It's not. I understand it, right? And so I just happened to find all these different things because my mind was in the background working on the end goal. The end goal, Tiny, is to pay the car off in 2 years. So it's just amazing when you have to trust and know that you are so smart. I don't care where you from. I don't care what you got, degree, no degree, finished school, didn't finish school. You are smart. And the world has a way of making other people smarter than other people. Now, I might know more information than you, but you can learn anything you want. And that's what I mean. Like, you're smart. I don't know everything, and I don't know what I don't know. I don't care what I don't know, because when I need to know it, I'm going to figure it out. If that makes any sense to you, that's how I roll, period. That's just the way that it is. Somebody start talking to me about an industry. It takes me this long to understand an industry that I knew nothing about before. Why? Because I know that I can figure out anything. I believe anybody can. Now, It's going to take you being, understanding you. Do you think in pictures? Do you need to be alone and process, like whatever, right? But listen, once you are clear on create belief, is literally just look for examples. So for example, with paying off the car. Okay, so I'm not going to give these people my money to pay off this car, even though I can do it. I'm not going to get that much money when this is basically robbing me in the long run. So I'm going to figure out how to get rid of this car. So then I was like, well, you can't just, you're in a car note. And then I don't know how I even figured, I was like, I can just sell the car. How do I sell my car? So I started looking. Then the lady that told me about Dave Ramsey, my girl Cherie, she was like, Keisha, sell that car somewhere. And I was like, okay, how did you sell your car? She sold her car. She got a Honda. She makes 6 figures. She got money, but she was trying to get out of debt. How many people are willing to sacrifice in order to get the bigger things? She's walking around here debt-free, honey, fabulous. She got out of her nice apartment and moved into a little hoodoo apartment in the hood somewhere. She literally put all her money towards paying off stuff. And I'm watching her. And she has a day job. I can create the kind of money I want. I was like, oh, she's not finna beat me. So it just became this fun game. And we started getting creative. I literally finally figured out I could sell my car to CarMax. I sold my car to CarMax. Just so happened that my parents don't come from money like that. So my dad got some land. I called my dad. I'm like, yo, I paid my dad a house note several times. So I definitely called my dad and was like, and I don't take money from my parents. I don't do that. I believe, I've always wanted to take care of my parents. I don't like taking money from my parents. So in that moment, I needed 10 G's. And I'm like, I'm trying to also build my side hustle business, Short Hair Boot Camp. I'm like, okay, how do I do this? My dad was more than happy to give to me because I've given to them, right? And it's just, we family. So I'm like, yo, loan me the 10. I'm going to give it back. Y'all going to be in my pockets anyway. That way I don't have to pull from what I'm doing. So that worked out perfect. Sell the car. I go buy a bike. I bought the bike first. I went and bought a bike. Everybody who follows me on YouTube, and y'all used to make fun of my bike. They used to make fun because my bike had speakers, everything. The people where I bought the bike from was like, what kind of diva bike is this? It was so cute. It was gold. And just so happened the bike matched my salon. I had silk curtains made, big old gold mirror, babe. I parked that bike right on the inside because in California, they steal bikes, child. It's like a whole bike gang unit or something. So I had so much fun. I bought this Mariah Carey bike. My speaker system, you hear me before I pull up, baby. I used to go grocery shopping on my bike and everything. I did not care what nobody think about me. And people used to make fun of me. I live in a high rise. I have a bicycle and a parking spot. Are you willing to be radical and have a good time working towards your goal? Babe, I got that car paid off. I fixed my credit. Okay. And literally, I instantly had so much extra money. I was like, wow. And then it's like, I could just keep working toward other goals and invest. I got my expenses down low because I said, Lord, I really want to work like how I want to work. I want to work from the beach. If I need to get on a plane right now, like my mentor called me, she was like, I'm in Barcelona. Come right now. 3 days later, boom, I'm on a plane. I'm headed to Barcelona. It's nothing. Like, why? Because instead of going on Instagram, stalking people, and I see so many stylists telling me about all these Instagram people that you don't know nothing about. I don't know what they do, but I know that you can do a lot. What looks expensive really ain't. People like to post that stuff to make you think so you could buy more stuff. And while I could do that, also let's just look at the real. Asking, believing, receiving. I'm preparing for what I asked for, and I'm open to however it happens. So the car that I wanted to pay off, boom, off my list. $60,000, boom, done. It's perfect. It was perfect. I didn't know that was going to be the way that I would get rid of the car. And child, let me tell you something. Riding your bike everywhere instead of having a car, you will be fine, honey. I'm telling you, my legs, I would walk in, people, they'd be like, damn, your legs, look at your booty. I'm like, I thought I was actually, it's amazing. Actually, sometimes I'm like, dang, I need to go back to riding that bike. Like, girl, get it together. Because I didn't even think about the exercise part. And I used to ride that bike so fast because I've always been this way. Whenever I have somewhere to go, I always time and see how fast I can get there. When I used to ride the bus, I used to always time how fast it took me to walk to each bus stop. It's weird. I've been like this since I was a kid. So when I would ride my bike to work, I tried to beat my time. When I first rode my bike to work, it was like 12, 13 minutes. And I was like, I know, I got it down to 7 minutes. I used to ride my bike, boom, 7 minutes. The grocery store, 2 minutes. People be like, how in the heck do you get there so fast? Because it became a game. And it's like, I don't care. Like, I was having the best time. So here I am living in a high rise, no car note. Literally, I got rid of all my expenses, like stuff I didn't need that I wasn't even using, to where it literally cost me like $3,000 some a month to exist, where it used to cost me $10,000. So now I have the opportunity I've created some freedom so that I can do more stuff of what I love. I want to wake up and make beats. I want to wake up and write songs. I want to wake up and do effing live streams. Like, that's what I like to do. So how do I create the space? Y'all see what I'm saying? This kind of stuff is real life. I know we want to think it's magic, but the magic is once you decide what you want and then release it, surrender, and believe that it's going to happen, you will receive it. Did y'all hear me? I'm trying to tell y'all what it be like, what it is, what it ain't. I ain't want to be in a town. Like, I call my aunt. I'm like, yo, we finna go to the movies. We finna go eat. We finna pick up my mom. My mom have dementia. So we just want to like take her out. We just want to do stuff. We just want to do this. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that whenever I felt like it. Right. And I don't do nothing I really don't want to do. Like, I was just talking to one of my clients. Most of my clients are like, Keisha, you're really, I'm like, no, I get to do things on my terms. Somewhere somebody said that we got to do this. Like, no, I'm going to do how I feel. Right? You can do that when you're clear on what you want. So when you ask, be clear. Not one day I'm going to write a book. One day is not a day of the week. You see what I'm saying? Like, be willing to do stuff. Like, and I'm always torn in decision making because part of me is like Mariah Carey over the top. And then the other part of me is so simple, sit on the porch like how I grew up. Chill. So I'm always battling, right? Sometimes I do things just to make myself get off my butt. And then other times I don't. But listen, my son rode a bike from 18 to 21 to modeling auditions and work every day. Now he has a Beans new car, probably brand new car, booking gigs left and right. He said he would look at cars and say, I'm going to get that. Exactly. Be clear on what you want. Be clear on what you want because you'll get it every time. So if you want to be, I don't know. I mean, you just got to be clear what you want. We were so busy talking about things and I just be like, Oh, my auntie. Hey, auntie. I love Dave Ramsey. My auntie says, yes, he did. Y'all, that's my real life auntie on there. As they should be. That's awesome. I'm riding my bike with my colonial house, LOL, sacrificing to obtain a goal. Exactly. And choose what you want. So like my auntie, just congratulations to my aunt. Baby, her house is everything. Like, it's huge. It's fabulous. It's so fabulous. Now, when you get what you want, you got to figure out what the balance is. Like, for me, the reason why I lived in a high rise, and my lease is up, for those of you that are wondering, I'm in Texas right now. I'm pretty much a gypsy right now. I'm nomad. I love that, though, because I can really do whatever I want to do. And I'm deciding on what I want. I don't know if I want a house. I don't know if I want another high rise. I'm just confused. But I like options. And so this is a blessing to have options. But at that time in my life, I wanted a place where I can do everything. So the high rise made perfect sense because if I wanted to have meetups, which we had parties up there on the rooftop, there's a fire pit. I love the fire. The ocean's across the street. That was a major. I had a list of must-haves for my living situation. I want to swim every day. Well, I don't want to go to the ocean. So I want to be by the ocean. I want to take runs by the ocean, but I want to swim in the pool so I can see the float because that's a part of my exercise. So all these things were priority for me. That's another thing. What is your priority? What are your must-haves? So for me, the high rise made perfect sense because it matched my life. This is the place I'm going to spend most of my money because this place gives me double, triple the value. All our pool parties, our house parties, if I want to have a corporate event, I ain't corporate. Who am I talking about? Ooh, boo. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to have a hair class, I can have it there. So I wanted to live somewhere that can be all of everything that I want. Boom, there it is. I was very clear. I wrote on paper all the things that my place must have. Part of the reason why it's taken me a long time to figure out what I want to do now with my living space is because, again, I like to get my bang for my buck. So my property needs to give me a lot of things. And so, hey, I'm just joining Will you save? Yeah, guys, I don't delete videos typically. So this definitely will be up. But the moral of the story is ask, believe, and you shall receive it. And be okay with how it comes to you. Like, I knew the outcome was getting rid of that Jeep, but I wasn't tied to the way that I wrote out. I just knew that I need this Jeep to be gone, right? So what are you asking God for? And what are you believing? Uber is so convenient. Uber is so convenient. And listen, whenever I wanted to go somewhere, I just Ubered. And actually, it was still cheaper than my car note. So I didn't have no problem. Child will Uber to San Diego, from LA. I'll be Ubering up to downtown LA, Uber wherever I want. And then all my friends let me drive their car. Here's what's funny. I could go anywhere now, and I just take, when I go visit Lisa Nichols, she don't drive. She have an A7. So all my friends had luxury cars. So here's what was amazing. I was always taking their cars. Gigi has a luxury BMW, a new one. So I would just drive her car. And as I was driving, I was like, oh, yes. I was literally test driving. I was like, well, do I want this? And then me and Gigi went and test drove. We went to Mercedes. We went to BMW. I went to Honda because I was like, what kind of car do I want to buy? And I just took my time. It just felt so good to have options. And side note, Hondas are just expensive as the luxury cars. So child, we went to Lexus dealership. We went everywhere. Moral of the story is you can do whatever you want to do. That's the moral of the story. And the way that you get the belief, it's just really thinking through it. Like a lot of people say, somebody sent me a message, and shout out to you if you're watching. I don't remember your name, but they're in Dallas. And I was happy that, and I just happened to be up at 4 a.m. And I looked at the comment and they said, Keisha, look, I'm about to be 40. I'm losing a little belief. I guess that's why belief is on my heart. I forgot about that because I was half asleep responding. But she was like, I'm about to be 40 and I'm moving from south to the north. And I just don't know, like, if I could do it, basically. And I was like, well, what are you saying? Like, first of all, your age has nothing to do with this. Second of all, is there proof that people make a lot of money doing hair on the north side? Yes. So move your doubt out the way because it's already validated. There's already evidence that you can do it. So here's how you figure out what you personally can do. You look at the numbers. Why? Because she's like, I want to go full time. I mean, I'm assuming she's part time because she said full time. What does full time look like? If you're transitioning, if you want to get a different job, for me to actually leave the salon and become a hairstylist online, teaching other hairstylists how to do one specific thing, I needed a plan. I needed to know what that would look like. I mapped it out 2 years before I ever did it. I was like, how much money do I need to make? How many customers? What am I going to be selling? What are like, I went over all the details. So now I can stop being confused. We're confused when we don't have details. We're confused. Oh, this feels good. You know, this is actually a technique that they taught us in beauty school. I forgot what the name of this is called. It was like esclarage, pestrissage. I don't know. All my beauty school people, who remembers this? Anyway, y'all, ADD for real. I wrote out what I wanted before I ever had it happen. That way I knew what I was working towards. So in order for me to close my salon, effleurage, boom, I love my tribe. See, y'all be following my ADDness. This is called the effleurage technique. So if you're getting a facial, even at the shampoo bowl, y'all, if y'all giving somebody, put a hot towel on their head and just go like this on their forehead, this feels so good. I feel like it's going to make my skin tight. Anyway, the moral of the story is you can just put it on paper. That's going to help you relieve the stress of, will this work for me? It will work for you, but you have to also work for it. Bling! And quote the scripture. Listen, the scripture tells us, Mark 11, yes, it's relaxing and closes pores. See, now everyone close your pores. Do this every time you put your face cleanser on. See, I remember beauty school. Beauty school was good for some, child. This kind of stuff, because I didn't know about skincare until I got into beauty school. So anyway, I don't know why y'all give me extra. Right on your terms. This is perfect for me right now. I'm launching my product line tomorrow. Believe knew it would happen. Boom. Congratulations, Judy. Open it for God to give it. Exactly. LOL. See the floor. Yes, on the pool, child. I swim in the ocean too, but I can't. I ain't gonna say I can't. I don't like that word. I swim in the ocean, but the last time I was swimming in the ocean, Top had a whole head incident, and child, that kind of scared me a little bit. You just answered the question I've been praying about. Amazing. Multifunctional living. Exactly. Love you, girl. Love you too, Lulu. Ask, believe, and you shall receive. Boom. That was the moral of this live stream in a roundabout way. People are always catch up on the age thing. Right. I can't do it because of my age. Age has nothing to do with anything. Who was that old man in the Bible had a baby? Who was that? Was it Moses or was it Abraham? One of them was old, popping at them kids. Okay, what is y'all talking about? I'm just saying, anything is possible. Clarity, tapping, tap up mint. What? No, it's the tapping one. Too funny. Judy, you're right. Tapperment. Is this called tapperment? I don't know. Somebody said effleurage. I know that's one of the words. Effleurage, pesticides. Okay, do y'all want me to Google it real quick? Okay, let's look it up. Effleurage. A massage involving a circular stroking movement made with the palm. Oh, so effleurage is like this. This is effleurage. Okay, let's look up tapperment. Okay, let's see. Why do you guys engage my ADD? Rapid and repeated striking of the body as a technique. So that probably is more like it this way. Oh, let's look at the benefits. Everyone, let's just learn how we could just be very taught. Therapists refer to this as percussion stroke. Tappament is a rapid percussive tapping, slapping, and cupping of the massaged area. It is more aggressively worked the muscle and blood circulation. All right, this gives us blood circulation. All right, amen. All right. Oh, yeah, because the massage is like this. Oh, look at us. We get smart. We are just all around smart people here, okay? We're just smart. Tappament. See? Perfect. Effleurage, tappament, all of that. We need it. We need it. Write the vision, make it plain. Yes, Regina, write the vision. Abraham. See, Abraham got real. Y'all, I don't even know why y'all indulge me. You are the best. Thank you. I thought it was tappament. Child, I don't know. We just figured it out. Ishmael and Isaac, they had babies too. See, everybody getting it in. I love it. Judy, it was... You guys are hilarious. I'm 53, launching back into the industry. Don't want to work the long evening for the work clientele after 5. I'm trying to find out how to get back in. And see, the whole thing about getting back into the beauty industry or any industry is really just, first of all, knowing your market. What is actually happening in your area? Because what could be happening in, like the person messaged me this morning, they were like North Dallas and South Dallas. You know, North Dallas is popping. People, everybody in California, I ain't gonna say everybody because that's like a big statement. But I will tell you this, a lot of people in California are moving to Texas because there's a lot of corporate companies here that are just giving jobs out the wazoo. So in my high rise particularly, I mean, the high rise, everybody there was like somebody to do whatever. And a lot of them were moving. And I thought that was so funny that they were moving to Dallas specifically because I was like, what y'all doing going to Dallas? And they were like, first of all, they want more space because California, you don't get a space for your, but I paid $2,500 for a box, right? But if you look at the North Dallas area, that market, people are constantly moving there. So for someone who is new, you're amazing to the people that are just moving there when you start marketing because there is always people coming into the city who don't know anyone. So that's why I always preach to you guys. You have to be advertising yourself 24/7 all the time. Market, because there's constantly new people who are looking. So a lot of times we do business worried about what we knew previously. We do business worried about old customers, stuff that old customers said. They don't got the money for your stuff. Who cares? They're not the only customer. You also have a whole new pool of people that are coming to your city. Now, if you live in the Timbuktu, ain't nobody coming there. I understand. You might want to move depending on what your lifestyle you want. You really have to look at those kind of things. If I live deep in the country somewhere, I mean, it's not like new people are moving to the country every day. New people are moving to California every single day. New York, every single day. Miami, every single day. So got to figure it out. Yes, lots in Plano. Yes, Plano is popping. I'm in Plano right now. When I tell you it is popping, it's popping. Real estate is cheaper where I live for sure. Marcia, where you live, girl? Natural hair is big now. And I think that it always was. I think the internet try to make stuff be new. Like natural people that are like, my hair is 4C and 5C. I've been doing natural hair since I was 13 years old. Ain't none of that stuff ever mattered. And I've been silky, healthy, growing natural hair. It never was out. I think it's just in the media more. So people feel more comfortable shaving their head, wearing afros, blah, blah, blah. Because when I was growing up, they were like, you don't wear an afro if you want to get a job. Oh, my God, no. And your name, Lakeisha, 2 strikes, helpful. And you black, 3 strikes. This is what I was taught growing up, trying to get a corporate job. Your name wrong, your hair wrong, and you're black, right? This is crazy. It's true. So then you have a flip now where you can wear your afro in public and not, you know, in corporate. I mean, it's harsh, but it's a reality that definitely existed, right? So, Lulu, is that a real question? So anyway, I don't think that natural is, I just think it's more popular now, and it's definitely trending. But it was trending in my life before it was ever popular, because I was always talking about what I love, and I love, you know, hair stuff. So when you love what you do, you're going to naturally find yourself in these conversations at the grocery store, at the coffee shop, at the family barbecue. Everybody's going to be asking you because you have created yourself to be this expert because you live it, you breathe it. So now we're talking about business, but at the end of the day, I'm one person. I'm business and I'm spiritual all the time. Side note, are you guys in my class? There's 11 slots left for $47. I'm going to teach you how to post these pictures that help you attract attention so you can market. I'm getting ready to cut it or relax it. LOL. Are you natural, Nalula? I like blowout, but need to learn the urban styles. My love is healthy hair. Oh, nice. Healthy. So that's what I did. When I first started, I just loved healthy hair. And so I always would talk to women about them. I understood the principles of hair and the health of it. And so I could speak to what they were doing as if a doctor was speaking to a problem that a person had. And so that person was willing to give me a try on whatever they had because I really knew my book stuff. And that's what I think beauty school is good for. If you take the book and learn the book, the rest of it is all questionable. But learning the book and the chemical makeup of hair helps you articulate and prescribe things to people just like a doctor. And so I'm natural, but I wear a wig 80% of the time. Girl, you got to take some breathing room for your hair, right? And then even underneath your hair, just doing things that keep your hair healthy, like protein treatments and your trim. That's so basic, and cleansing and deep conditioning when necessary. I don't believe you need to deep condition every week. That's just a hot mess. Do you have a marketing class? I mean, I feel like everything I teach has marketing in it because marketing is attracting attention. So the question is, are you trying to build clientele? Are you trying, like, there's specific things. I feel like most of my classes go back to marketing. And there's so many, marketing is a vague thing. Maybe I could do a marketing 101 for those of you who need to actually understand it and then figure out where you need to be after that. Like a little webinar or something. That's a good idea. Medium coarse fine hair is what I was taught. So it was new for the 4C. Right, girl, I never gave it attention. And I was the silk out queen. You talking about $80 an hour. And I would book 2 people an hour because I had an assistant doing one thing. So it's like, and I'm not going to have this 4C conversation with half these people. Hey, boo. Yes, build client class. Clientele building, I have a class called the Book Stylist, and it is literally a client building boot camp. And so you can take the 30-day challenge in there, or you can just start from session 1 and go all the way down. Building clientele is just doing a few things consistently over time. Like if you had to start over again with hair, it's figuring out who you serve and literally marketing like crazy. It takes 3 to 6 months to start seeing results from all the noise you make. So you've got to be willing to make noise. And Lulu, you know you can hit me for that. I got you. You got to be willing to make noise consistently, even when you don't see results right away. People make noise, they get excited, they get fired up, and then they don't see any results the next week, and then they're mad, and so then they stop and they try something else. And so over time, you've tried 10 different things. You're here instead of going, so like you're doing this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing. All of your results are here versus if you take this thing and you just go deep with it, like you just stick here. Over time, you've gone this way versus going this way, if that made any sense. Anyway, do you have a book out to purchase? It's called The CEO Stylist. Yes, you can go to Amazon.com. Amazon.com, type in The CEO Stylist, and you'll see my book. It's a quick read. I don't like reading long books, so I didn't write no long book. I could write a long book. But I was like, no. That'll be for another time because I just wanted to get so yeah, there's 11 slots left, and I might as well tell you guys about it. I'm doing a class basically that's going to show you how to be a social media picture taking pro. What does that mean? Miranda, girl, really? Yeah, it's #1 best-selling author here. Go to Amazon. You can check it out. It's a quick read. It just helps you picture how you really need to be thinking like a CEO in your beauty business. And really, it goes to any business. Everything I teach are basic. So those principles I apply to my business, which is now online, which last year did 138, which is great. right? And I know I can double those numbers now because my principles are validated, because it took me 3 years to do that. But it was the same principles. I did the same thing I did to sell hair. I do it to sell classes. I do it to sell whatever the heck I'm selling. If I want to sell you this juice, child, this green juices, these green juices are good. Green Delight. I would like to have these in the morning time. And they had them on sale. Like, you can get all of them for $125. So I bought a bunch of them. Anyway, business is business, honey. I love business. I love it. So listen, I use a lot of pictures and video to attract attention to my business. Now, you don't just post a picture and get rich. Once you post a picture, you can use that to start a conversation. And that conversation, if you're good at the conversation, right, and letting people know how you help them quickly, will help them book with you. For example, we had 40 slots. We now have 11. And at the $47 price point, the price is going to double, because I'm going to show you guys so much stuff, how to create these photo shoots for your business, whether you're selling hairstyles, whether you're selling this juice. You can photograph this juice in a way, and there's certain types of posts that help people follow your brand as it becomes a brand. I don't believe that you just buy a branding photo shoot and that's it. I believe that you become a brand, and your brand is how people feel about you. For example, Mariah Carey has a brand. It's fabulous. Kimora Lee Simmons, fabulous. It happens over time of me watching her life. Like, that's the fingerprint, right? So that happens because you are taking people behind the scenes. You're posting a lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically a heavy part of how I've done business over the last 7 years. Pictures, videos, because seeing is believing. And so you need to know how to post the right pictures. Don't be posting no dark, grainy pictures. Don't, turn your camera on and then it's shaking and you're sideways and it's just confusing. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. I mean, listen, and this is coming from somebody who doesn't take themselves too seriously. I'm in my bathrobe. Hello. Right? But I want to share with you guys the importance of it and having a strategy. And so when you get done with this class, you will have your own picture taking, video taking strategy. You will figure out what types of pictures work for your business and what types of video work for your business. And this is a $47 one-time paying class. So you take it at your own pace. There will be a 7-day challenge starting next week in the private Facebook group. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot. And so I wanted the action takers to jump in for $47. And then after that, it'll just be on my shelf for $97 unless I decide to sell it. Because y'all know I love good old sale, honey. So I'm like Macy's. Sale every Saturday. Sale, sale, sale. Anybody ever notice that Macy's has a 1 day only every day? So yes, I'm on my porch too. Yes, honey, I'm Southern. We sit on the porch. I just was thinking the other day, I miss my grandmother. I used to love to go to her house and just sit on the porch and just sit there and just feel the breeze and you just look at people, and it just was a fun time. So I definitely value porches, and that's why I love patios and rooftops. It's the Southern girl in me, the Georgia girl in me. So, anywho, I'm going to go now. And I love you guys. And I will see you soon, of course. And if you have any questions, just visit LakeishaMichelle.com. Simple, simple, simple. Oh, that's where you join the class, too. Go to LakeishaMichelle.com. That will, Lord, I need that. Get in, $47. Listen, guys, a lot of my classes, I price them low. But I'm going to tell y'all, if you don't have the coins, you have to have a mentality of fun. Not just inform yourself. There's free classes, there are paid classes. Just get the information. Thank you, Erica. Hey, boo. I feel like I just really know my own. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all, I need to go get my nails done. This is a hot mess. This is what this is, a hot mess. I was trying to let the guy be an artist, but I should have known, because when I told him to be an artist, he was like, what do you mean? I was like, be an artist. You're a nail artist. That's what I got. It's not working for me anymore. I must change this. Matter of fact, I think I'm about to go get all of this changed so I can feel a little more fabulous. I love you guys. I will see you guys later. I'll probably do a live stream this evening around 7 Central. Just turn on your notifications, because this is what I do, guys. I love talking to you guys. And it actually is fulfilling for me. I obviously don't have no children and stuff. When I get some kids, maybe I won't do it. Actually, I will, because they're going to be on live stream with me too. Like, y'all, I'm just going to have, it's just going to way it's going to be. So how about that? The end. We love you too. Love you guys. Visit me at LakeishaMichelle.com. Jump in if you're one of the 11 people left that's going to get this course for $47. Hello. Learn how to take these pictures, honey. At the end of the day, especially if you're in a beauty business, I don't understand why you're even would ever stall another day in taking these pictures. Stop stalking other people's pictures, wondering how and wanting to be like them. Learn how to take pictures that work for you, that are going to get people's attention on you and your business so that you can grow as well. The pictures, let's be clear. The reason why you would post them is so people can look at them and then click on your website, click on the link in your bio, ask you a question about doing more business with you. You have to get their attention. If you're just posting, go to my website, no one cares. I don't care. No one cares. You've got to catch people's attention. And so I'm going to show you guys the types of posts that work and why they work, especially in my business. I mean, I do have a company that makes automated recurring money, and it is 80% because of the attention I get from the pictures and the videos. So get in. Stop being an old school person talking about, I don't do social media, child. Boo, it's 2018. We're here. LakeishaMichelle.com. Thank you for watching. I love you all.